While challenging, character analysis can be enjoyable. My first thought when I think of Alexander Colburn in the second season of Sanditon is, it's complicated. Based on what we've learned from the screenplay, there are many layers to look at. We do not have a book written to deconstruct this man's character in its entirety. What we really do have is a content and screen time, with Ben Lloyd Hughes rejuvenating Alexander. He will be viewed differently by each of us. We will compare him to our own life experiences and emotions as we analyze him based on what we know and what we think he might be. We might even compare ourselves to people we know. What I'm about to write is my perspective. Your lens might be a shade darker or a little more rose-colored. I tend to work from the facts and see things as they are. Obviously, before I get into the meat of things, it would be helpful for me to have Justin Young's background sketch about Colburn that he gave to Ben Lloyd Hughes. I'll still give it my best shot. Hold on tight as I unravel this complicated man's layers. This will not be simple. A governess for him and his brother matched their spirit of independence with a leather belt. Ouch! We are aware of the following. A. That he has at least one sibling, a brother. B. That his parents were not very involved in their children's upbringing and left discipline up to their governess. Alexander is not like his father, who, according to Lady Denham, seemed to enjoy drinking a lot. I'll save a lot of money on wine with this. At the garden party, Colburn declines alcohol. He spent his childhood on the estate, so he knows the best places to hide, probably from the governess and his father. Let's discuss the first obvious problem. Abuse and neglect of children have long-term effects that can continue into adulthood. Alexander and his brother were punished in silence for their actions, not the independence of spirit of which Charlotte spoke. Alexander was punished for expressing his thoughts, which made it hard for him to communicate well into his adulthood. It's sufficiently terrible to be beaten by your folks, however, to be left under the watchful eye of somebody who isn't a parent who is given the power to genuinely mishandle you, added to sensations of deserting. Numerous articles on psychology websites discuss the long-term effects of neglect and abuse, such as low self-esteem, depression, and difficulty forming and maintaining relationships. I find it curious that Alexander tells Charlotte that discipline is what his daughter and niece need. He believes that is what is lacking, evidently unaware of the detrimental effects of his childhood discipline. Charlotte's concept of childering is far various in technique. Alexander must have thought about taking a different route from the time she left his office until he caught up with her on the cliffs. He was willing to give Charlotte a chance to try a different method.
Гарик,